Good evening, everybody. Spirit of 420 here because everything I do is so 420. I hope all y'all are having a wonderful Friday night. I know I am. I am completely looking like, this is probably the worst I've come online and showing you my face, but I haven't had time to shave. I've just been working my ass off. So, which is a good thing. That way, I can afford to keep doing this show. Come on, focus in. There we go. Wow, the mug thing kind of worked. I don't even have my regular Spirit of 420 mug. Look at that. I have my dad mug, which I love, and I'll show you why. Yeah, isn't that cute? Got that for Father's Day years ago. So, don't have a whole lot of time tonight. What do you bet that's Joe? I knew it was. Digging it. I knew it. I knew it was before all I saw was the red dot. I'm like, what do you bet that's motherfucking Joe? I can't stay on long, and one of the reasons that I came on was because of that silly fuck right there. Because I knew he was expecting me to go on, as there's not a whole lot of you, but the few that are, hey, you know what? It matters to me. And I said, if I'm only affecting one person, then I've done my job, and that's exactly it. I'm only affecting one person. I'm just teasing. But nonetheless, I do have a shit ton to do. I have something that's going on that is separate from Spirit of 420. And most people that really know me well know that. So I'm not mixing the two. What's up, New Zealand? How you doing? Good to see you, brother. Nice. I'm glad you're here, as always. Oh, I like the new picture that you put up there for your. That's fucking. That looks like a stoned version of a Picasso or something. Anywho, Joe, I hope you had a better day. Again, I am just busy, but the reality is, I even talked about this with Joe the other day, as a matter of fact. And the fact is, so what's that? Oh yeah, I see that. Nice. So now you're double teaming me. Hey, which is fine, man. I'm completely okay with it. Joe, I hope you're doing well. Please give me either a yes or a no, because I have been thinking about you all day. That out of the way, real quick, if I'm only going to talk about one thing, I want to just talk real quick about unconditional love and unconditional support. Okay. And I want to explain. There we go. Much better. That's what I wanted to see. So, first of all, when you say unconditional, that means there's no conditions, right? So you first unconditionally love people. Now, I'm not telling you what to do in your life, okay? What I'm saying is, for me, I unconditionally love everybody. Unconditionally. Even if they're total jerks, I still love them for who I believe them to be. And that is part of, we'll just call it the great puzzle, right? One missing piece of the puzzle and it doesn't work. So that's why I believe everybody to be equally important. That said, if I unconditionally love somebody and they are, how do I say it? They show me any, I guess I don't want to use the word interest, but any genuine niceness. There we go. I was trying to figure out what exactly how to say it, but someone who shows me that they are genuinely nice and that their actions, and that's how they do it, is they back up words with action that truly shows me that they are a nice person, right? And to me, what you got to say here, Joe? Okay, nice. That makes me very happy. And then what's next? Yes, exactly. But you can't make everybody do it. I'm not saying that. Okay. But all I'm saying is for me, I unconditionally love. If someone shows me they're genuinely nice and they respect me, and this is why I wanted to talk about it, because technically the unconditional support comes, but I know it's sad. I can't look at it any other way if I'm gonna be transparent. It does have one condition, right? I don't want to support anybody who is mean or the other side of the tracks from me, right? But anybody who's nice, and no offense, but I'm not talking about, when I say on the other tracks, I'm not talking about politically, I'm not talking about spiritually, I'm not talking about what's the other one? The color of your skin. I'm not talking about any of that shit. Okay. If you are nice to me and it is genuine, I don't care if or who you are, I will support what you're doing as long as it does not cross a moral line with me. Right. So they're really, here we go. Everybody has, what is it? They're, oh, fudge monkeys in a desert. You know, when you say one thing and do another, or mean another, I should say. What's up, Bob? How are you doing, man? I just now saw you. Thank you, sir. I wasn't looking over. I'm trying to think of the word, but it doesn't matter now. I wanted to be over here anyway and say hello to the one. Treat others the way. Yep. It's funny. I want to talk about that comment for a minute. Bob, I hope you don't leave. I hope you can stay for a little bit. I can't talk long. I've got to go to Lowe's and get another fucking can of propane. Well, I'm going to be in a bad mood. But back to unconditional, and then I'm going to come back. I'll leave that up there. Okay. I want to finish this thought real quick. Unconditional love is truly unconditional. I don't care if you hate me, love me, do things that I don't more. I love everybody. That's truly unconditional, right? But the unconditional support, I want anybody to know that when I say it, and I'm trying to be transparent, but maybe I'm a bit of a hypocrite. That was the word I was looking for. But as long as you are genuine, you have to be genuinely nice to me to get it, right? So that's like step one. And then it can't be something that I morally disagree with. It could be something that I disagree with politically, spiritually, color of your skin, all those other different, sex denomination, all that shit. It can be that as long as you're not, killing people and raping women and sex trafficking of any kind. You know what I mean? Like, there's a few things that I have in my world that to me, I don't care who you are, I'm not going to agree with you. Unfortunately, I will still love you. And I know that may sound messed up, but I will. But there are two conditions to my unconditional. So it's slightly unconditional support or unconditional support with conditions. But no, I mean, seriously, I'm not going to just give it to anybody. If somebody who hasn't even shown me that they give a shit about me or are even nice to me genuinely, and you don't even have to care about me. If you're just genuinely nice and say, hey, thanks, man, then I will try to support you as much as and the best I can. Yeah, I was going somewhere with it. I was on a road. It was one of the, I will say this, it was a dark road that was lit up well. And I just knocked my tooth. Oh, that hurts. All right. So I've always grown up with that, New Zealand. And the way that we say it in America typically is treat others the way you would like to be treated. Well, I've come to find out that as much as I now, and before you freak out, let me give my whole thing, but I no longer agree with that. And wish would, it really doesn't matter, right? It's the same thing. Treat others how you wish to be treated, right? Now, when I say this, you're going to get it, I swear, because you're doing it for the right reasons and you mean it for the right reasons. And so do I when I first said it. But then when I examined when I examined the actual meaning of it, here's what I came to. I want to treat others the way they want to be treated, right? Because what I'm doing and how I get treated, although is perfect for me, is not perfect for someone else, right? So it really, one day I just looked at it and I was like, it's not treat others the way I would like to be treated. It's treat others the way they would like to be treated. Now, obviously, you can't know that all the time. So there's times where you have to presume and go, okay, I'm assuming or presuming that they would like this, but you're doing it based on what you think they would like, not based on what you would like, because the two are different. I had to come back to that. So let's see what else you guys have to say. I hope your day has been amazing. Oh, dude, it has been it's been busy. I meant to text you, but I have seen you on Twata. Yeah, I'm never gonna call it X. X marks the twat spot. What was I gonna say? Oh, I'm extremely disappointed, Bob, but supposedly it'll be there tomorrow. I don't get, dude, I'm not kidding. It doesn't matter, everybody's like, what are you talking about? I sent Bob a care package. Doesn't matter where from or what it's about. I sent him a care package. And the thing is, I sent him and somebody else a care package, except the other one was the day after and it got there the next day. I sent Bob's the day before, and technically it went out the same day, but it's because I dropped it on. I told you, Bob, I'm not doing it anymore. I went by there today. Postal Annex, by the way. And I was like, has USPS come already? And they're like, yeah. They come by around 2. What the fuck is that any good to me? That, like, why you shouldn't even be open past 2? No offense. I get they also do FedEx and everybody else, but still, like, how do they not have a better system of dropping off the mail from the USPS or the stuff that's been dropped off for United States Postal Service? That should somehow, like, as long as I get it into your doors by closing time, you should make sure to, get it into their doors, right? I mean, like, if you're a postal annex, then you have agreements with them. It bothers me. And all I can tell you, Bob, is it really flipped me out because yours isn't going to be there until tomorrow. So. Amen, brother. Yeah, I know. Kicking it old school. Right. And that you also, that's a good point right there. I see you, Bob. Give me 1 second. That's a good point. When you're trying to do this and somebody else isn't, it makes it more difficult. I'll say that, but you become, no doubt. And I know this is cliche as hell, but you become the bigger person. You become, I don't like to say better, but you are bigger, because I don't believe anybody's better or worse. They have to do their thing, but you're bigger on your side, right? If you do it for the right reasons and you're trying to do what you think is what someone else would like, that's, that to me, that's, and I'm sure you get it, but that's when I dissect words. I know I do it. I have a bad habit of it, but the reality is someone taught me a long time ago that the little things matter, the details matter. So if the details matter, then the little ways we say things matter. It's the same, it's the same thing as school of thought. And I'll come back to that in a minute. Thank you very much. Digging it. I know, man. I know. And, oh, you got it? Oh, you got it today. Oh, dude, how much did you love the book? Tell me that was, I really hope that you absolutely loved the book, because like I said, I've only given that out to family. Unfortunately, Joe, don't be jealous. I haven't given one to you, but hey, I needed to do something special for Bob, and now I'm going to have to probably get one to you too, Josephine, because I know you're feeling butthurt right now, but don't, please don't, because I love all of you equally. I swear to you that. I can't say that enough. Oh, I was hoping what I wrote would. Quite honestly, buddy, I was hoping it would. So it did its job. And that's just a small payback. And here you'll understand why, Joe. That is just a small, and I mean small, payback of what this man has sent to me. as far as like, I can't even tell you all the thing, like not just food, but love and gifts and respect that he has given to me, you know, has just been overwhelming. And I mean that. So I'm almost about to tear up, Bob. So I'm going to stop right now. You and I have, you know, everybody has a different bond, and just know that, Dirk, because ours is as strong as the bond with Bob and I, but it's different. It's just a different bond. That's all I can tell you. If it matters, I recently hurt him and did not mean to. If you can believe that, you know, Spirit of 420 hurt somebody, it's the reality is, I've said this before, you know, and here's the perfect example of what we're talking about. I did not treat Bob how Bob would have liked to have been treated. I treated Bob how Spirit would have liked to have been treated, and thought nothing more of it. And that's not the thought or the energy that it deserved. And that's all I can tell you. What time is it? Okay, 8:11. I'm still looking. I'm looking good. I got to make it to Lowe's. And yeah, you like that one? Yeah. If I can't rip on him, then who can, right? I love you, Joe. If it matters, I probably end up talking to Joe more because I know how busy Bob is, but I talk to Joe probably on a more consistent basis, but that's also because of Discord. And let's give a shout out to UGC, right? Have to give them a shout out. So back to it. If you treat others the way that they would like to be treated as best you can, especially when you know them, you will find people feeling a lot more respected and a lot more important. You know, what is this? I love you, man. I will always love you. And one day we will sit together and we will smoke and we will eat your fucking edibles. We'll smoke out of the bowl that you gave me, at least one of them. Well, you only gave me one bowl, but you know what I mean. We'll smoke out of the bowl. You gave me a lot of bowls of food. So, yeah. Then there it is. UGC. He's not here, but Medgrower Tom. I think I'm going to add Medgrower Tom's Discord, Joe. Tell me if you like that idea, but I think I'm going to add his link to the. I'm sure he would love that. I'm sure he'd get a kick out of that. Hopefully he would. I like to think that he might dig that, you know, because he didn't ask for it or anything. Not that you guys ever did. Yeah. And that's exactly, you know what, that's exactly true. Like if they would like to be treated with an, you know, one of these, right? You might not want to go there. That might not be for you, you know, and that's fine. So you're like, hey, I just wanted to give you one of these wraparounds, you know what I mean? I'll give you a hug. I love you. But I'm not going to do, you know, this kind of thing. So, yeah. So I'm sorry, hold on. Hey, thank you, man. I love you so much too. I've got to catch up. What is knockoff? We'll just end it there. I love your sense of humor, Enzi. I knew you'd get it. That's a good one, right? I thought that was pretty good. So anyway, I love all you guys. I do need to head out because Lowe's is only right here. But then here's the real kickers. I got to be able to pick up the wife in about 45 minutes. You know what? I'll stay 5 more minutes. I'll stay 5 more minutes. I was trying to think about something, and then my brain just like, you know, like I say, I was trying to think, and that's what hurt. No, I'm teasing. What I was considering and pondering as I was sitting here was more truth to, what I always talk about and what I consistently preach, and that is actions over words, right? The only thing that I can say on my behalf, because I talked about the fact that I hurt somebody. So the only thing I can say on my behalf, right? And I mean this for anybody. This isn't just for me. This is for anybody, right? We're going to hurt people. In fact, odds are, if you look at it and you're playing the odds and you're a Vegas kind of better, odds are you're going to hurt somebody you care about more than someone you don't care about, because you are with them more. You see them more. You have more ample opportunity to get something wrong, right? When you're friends with them, especially if you're close friends. So it's not unusual. And I'll give you a for instance. I know that I have probably said one or two things to hurt Joe before, and I know he has said, and I know the same can be said for me. But the friendship that we have, and again, it's about that connection that you have, because everybody's different. It just goes unsaid, like, unless it really, really hurts, which I don't think either one of us have crossed that threshold. Nothing needs to be said about something that, maybe moments later you realize you took the wrong way. It doesn't matter, right? Whatever caused the pain, caused the discomfort, isn't enough to even bring it up. That said, Joe and I, and I'm not trying to, I am not, and I know, Joe, you might be like, fucking stand me out, dude. I'm not trying to. It's just inevitable that I'm going to end up doing something to hurt you beyond your threshold. And you will have to say something like, hey, dude, you crossed the line. You know what I mean? And a true friendship can hear those words and then change their action accordingly based on the friendship. If it's a friendship that means two fucking shits to you, then you're going to do some kind of action to show them, hey, I apologize and I mean it, right? Or if they're just your good friend and you have yet to hurt them, you're going to consistently try to show them that, hey, you're my friend and I love you and I care about you. And in this world, that is when I say this world, people don't want to admit how important other friends are. And I love the book, The Boy, the Mule, no, The Boy, the Mole, something in the horse. I can't remember right now. But just look up The Boy and you'll get it. You'll find it. It's 4 critters, a horse, a mole, and there's something else. Fox. The best line to me in that book by the author, like the best line by far, was it was a question: what's the bravest thing anybody's ever done? Just think about that for a minute. If you already know the answer, don't type it in. Just think about it. I'm not going to make you wait too long, because I don't have that kind of time. Ask for help. For a long time, I only asked my parents for help, and then when I started asking other people help, it was always financial help, which just sullies. It absolutely sullies a relationship to ask for financial help from somebody that you really care about, even if you work for them. Yeah. Even if you work for them, it's when you bring money in, what I mean by that is, let's say you work for somebody and they have a bleeding heart, so then you ask them a financial favor, right? Because that they're most likely going to say yes. That was bad early days of me, and that was when I was manipulative, right? And the only reason I'm saying that is because when you ask a friend for help, money is not what I'm talking about. I just want to be very clear. When I say ask for help, I'm talking about, hey, I've had a shit day. Fucking say something that makes me want to fucking live. Right? And a friend is going to get that you are asking for help, right? You are saying, hey, I'm at my threshold. I'm at the end of my rope. Please throw me a what is it? A lifesaver, right? And not the candy. And if you do, make it banana, which I don't even fucking like banana. I just had to throw some flavor out there, right? Yep. And I love you too, man. I'm taking off. Yeah, go get them lizards, Josephina. Find one named Josephina. How funny would that be? Anyway, I went 5 more minutes. Like I said, I actually went 6, so that better than a regular man. I went a whole extra minute. That's 20% longer than other men. Anyway, I love all of you folks. I hope you have a blessed evening. I hope you have a blessed day. I will be back on, I believe it's Tuesday if I'm doing my math right, because no, Monday. That's right. Monday is the 1st. So it will actually be Monday again. So I will see you on Monday. I hope everybody has a blessed weekend, a wonderful weekend. Enjoy it. Know that you are loved, and that I will be here the next time to, again, show you even more love. Please, everybody, be safe, be sound, be good. Peace.
I switch hit, I'm a strange fuck. Consistent ain't something I could say well. Throw my change into the wishing for a change well. Wish your day is swell life for the next come. And when the next come, pretend that it's the best one. Like I ain't even gonna try and say that to the next one.